in this room, and that was not a lot of noise. How y'all doing tonight? There we go. So my name's Lee Carter. I am the Democratic Party's nominee for the 50th District, which is the city of Manassas and some of Western Prince William. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself. So I served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps, did 2 deployments, including one to Haiti after the earthquake in 2010. After I got out of the Marine Corps, I moved up to Northern Virginia to fix cancer therapy equipment for a few years throughout the DC area. Then I got hurt at work in July of 2015. And I had to deal firsthand with the Virginia workers' compensation system. I had to see firsthand exactly how the systems that we put in place to protect people when they're most vulnerable are failing thousands of people who live in the Commonwealth of Virginia. I had to pay out of pocket for a second opinion because the workers' comp doctor just wanted to stick me with a bottle of pills and a bill. And when I was able to walk again, I decided I'm not just gonna walk. I'm gonna run for something. I'm gonna fix this. Because right now, 400,000 people in the Commonwealth of Virginia don't have access to health insurance. And right now, hundreds of thousands more have health insurance that they can't afford to use. And people know that they are one accident or one injury or one illness away from disaster at any given time. I said, I'm gonna run to make life better for hundreds of thousands of people who live in Virginia. But it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna take just me. It's gonna take a movement of people, and all of y'all here have joined that movement, so thank you. But it's gonna take a movement of workers standing up for students and saying, we're not gonna let them come out of college with $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 of debt. It's gonna take students standing up for immigrants and saying, hey, they came here to get their piece of the American dream, and we're gonna let them get it. It's gonna take immigrants standing up for workers and saying we're not gonna let them be taken advantage of by employers who don't wanna pay when they get hurt at work. It's gonna take people standing up in solidarity for one another and saying, these are my friends, these are my neighbors, these are the people who live in Virginia with me, they're fighting for me, and I'm gonna fight for them. And if all of you fight for all 8.5 million people in Virginia by coming out and knocking on doors and donating to our campaigns, we can make sure that we can bring that fight to Richmond. We can replace Tad Greason. We can replace Tim Hugo. We can replace Randy Minshew. And we can replace my opponent, Jackson Miller, the Republican majority whip in Manassas. We can replace not only the 4 of them, but we can replace at least 13 more to make sure that we get a majority in the Virginia House of Delegates. To make sure that we get a majority in the Virginia House of Delegates, and to make sure that we use that majority to stand up for all 8.5 million people who live in the Commonwealth of Virginia who just want their piece of the American dream. So once again, thank you all so much for coming out here today. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. It really means a lot to the 85,000 people who live in my district. It really means a lot to the 8.5 million people who live in Virginia. And it really means a lot to the future of this country. So once again, my name is Lee Carter. I'm the Democratic Party's nominee for the 50th District in Manassas and Bristow, and I hope to see all of you out there knocking on doors and spreading that message that we are going to make 8.5 million lives better. Thank you so very much.